Stephen F. Austin, a frequent tourney team in basketball, has a scandal on its hands. This is Steve Lemke, assistant bowling coach. His wife seen here is Amber Lemke. Amber has led this team to a pair of national championships. The team also had 2 second-place finishes. Now, backstabbing has rocked the school and led to swift changes, and in turn, led to the end of the Lemke's marriage, resulting in divorce. So, what happened exactly? It appears one of the 2 Lemkes did not honor the sanctity of their vows.
Stephen F. Austin assistant bowling coach Steve Lemke chose to resign rather than be fired this spring after the university discovered he had an affair with a student athlete.
Steve Lemke would defend himself by saying the relationship was consensual, but it may have been amplified to the magnitude that it is now because of the national championship caliber that we've developed. He'd go on to say, I knew it was kind of a no-no, but there's not a rule saying it can't happen. There's not a law saying I'm going to go to jail for doing something like this. There's nothing in stone. I guess it's just an ethics code, like we frown upon it. But there's no rule. There's no law broken.
This is a grown man, 38 years old. This is what he says. It's not a rule saying it can't happen.
How the secret relationship was discovered came from Amber Lemke's own eyeballs when a text came through on Steve's cell phone. Steve would tell the Lufkin Daily News it didn't have anything in detail. It was just about how amazing I am. Basically, in general perspective. Amber saw that and questioned me. And I got to the point where it just built up so much that I basically told her the truth after she dug through my phone. When the bowler to coach affair came to light, Steve was given a choice with his future, or lack thereof. Either resign or be fired from the university. He sent in his paperwork for the former on April 10th.
Amber Lemke will return as head coach. The athlete Steve Lemke had an affair with has no eligibility and will not return to the team.
I was the stay-at-home dad for 5 years with the kids while Amber got to go off and coach the team. And when she'd get back, I'd run practices on top of taking care of the kids while she was back, Steve Lemke said. When they'd travel again, I would sit back and take care of the kids. Lemke would complain all of this to the Lufkin Daily News. Then when I got hired on, she almost forced me to run practices. I was a volunteer the entire time before that, trying to help out Amber. Once I got hired on, one thing stemmed from another. I felt like I was doing too much for what I was being valued at. One Twitter user hated this quote. Amber Lemke is a saint for dealing with this man for as long as she has. When he gives quotes like this, it's clear he's a skeezy dude regardless of the affair. At that end, just a scumbag. Stephen F. Austin athletic director Ryan Ivey would make it clear the relationship violated the university's rules. Since all this went down, as we stated, Amber and Steve have split. As soon as we found out, we went through the process, Ivy said. We support our student athletes and obviously Amber with what was going on. Of note, with their 2 championships in 2016 and 2021, the team visited the White House. Per Sports Illustrated, Amber Lemke took over as the program's head coach in 2011. Steve was a volunteer assistant until September 2019 when he was officially named an assistant.